everybody? We're good? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. So I hope this will, already give you a very good overview of our faculty's research interests, but you definitely have more opportunity to interact with our faculty, a little bit later in the Q&A section, okay? So depending on how much time we have, I may also put you into different small groups to have more intimate interaction with our faculty members and students, all right? So let me start by sharing a few slides I have, and I'll give you a quick overview of the PhD program. And after that, we'll have a panel discussion. All right. So let me know if you have difficulty seeing my slides. So this is basically what you're seeing right now. It's just the first slide, the cover page. Like I said, we're really delighted to have you here. For us, when I talk with my colleagues in the past, a lot of us, like when we applied to graduate schools, we had really limited information regarding what a PhD entails, right? So we have minimal information regarding, how the program structure looks like, what kind of courses are offered, how do faculty and students work together, how do they interact and collaborate, and ultimately, how you can best spend your PhD time so as to, enhance your success down the road over the long run. Right? So we think it'll be very useful and interesting to have this information session because all of us wished we could have this kind of information session when we applied to PhD programs. So the purpose of today's session is really to offer you some firsthand information regarding our PhD program at Kelley School. But beyond that, I think more importantly, our hope is after walking you through some of the important issues, you are more motivated to apply to our PhD program as well as PhD program in general. So we tend to think about this not just as as more like an information session for our PhD program specifically, but also more like community building opportunity for us to get to know you better, for you to get to know our program better, as well as, give you a better information in terms of how the whole PhD program looks like in general, right? So more broadly. I think about really whether PhD is really something you want, right? So with that purpose in mind, today's session is structured into 5 different sections. So in the first section, I'm going to spend about 10 minutes to go through, to give you a very broad overview of our program. And next, we will have faculty and student alumni panel discussions, basically to address a set of questions you asked in your questionnaires. Okay, so we'll also have a Q&A section where hopefully I can put you into different small groups so that you can have a more intimate interaction with our faculty members and students. And after that, we'll wrap up, okay? So throughout this session, whenever you have questions, always feel free to put them in the chat box, and my colleagues will keep an eye on the chat box for me, and we'll make sure to address your questions as best as we can. If at any point, like we have any technical difficulties, either on my side or on your side, do not panic, and please just try to rejoin the meeting, okay? Right. So let me start with an overview of the program, okay? So we have 3 different majors here in the Department of Management and Entrepreneurship. So the first one is Strategic Management and Organization Theory, and we also have 2 other majors, Entrepreneurship and also Organizational Behavior and Human Resource Management. So of course, today's focus is on the first major, Strategic Management and Organization Theory. So students majoring in Strategic Management and Organization Theory normally take courses in both areas due to the many synergies across these different areas. And under this major, we also offer a very distinctive minor in international business. So our faculty research also covers a variety of different topics, like what you heard from the very beginning, right? So it covers topics as diverse as institutional theory, categories, categorization, organizational identity, optimal distinctiveness, corporate governance, strategic leadership, competitive analysis, as well as a number of topics related to international business and emerging markets. Okay, so just to name a few. And students admitted to our program come from very diverse backgrounds. Some of them are directly admitted after graduation from college, like Joanna. Joanna basically directly entered our PhD program from with an undergraduate degree, right? So others have some work experience and more advanced master's degree before entering the PhD program. So as you can see, while more advanced degrees and work experience might be very valuable for you to be more prepared, they are not required for applying to our program. So we also do not have very specific requirements in terms of what you majored in your previous studies, okay? Now, in terms of the program structure, so after you enter the program, it normally takes about 4 to 5 years before you can graduate. Of course, depending on your progress, right? So, so a large portion of your time in the first 2 years is dedicated to coursework. So the goal here is to offer you solid training in both theory and methods before you proceed to do independent dissertation research. Right? So doctoral students majoring in strategy and organization theory are required to take a number of theory courses in their major. And these courses include 2 doctoral seminars in strategic management and 1 doctoral seminar on organization theory, as well as 1 doctoral seminar on research methods, right? So in addition to this, we also offer a doctoral seminar on international business. Okay, so along with your major, each student also select 1 minor supporting field, right? So you need to work closely with your advisor in deciding what minor fields best complements your major field, as well as complement your future research interests. You can pick a minor both within the Kelley School or from other schools across campus. Eligible minors may include psychology, for instance, sociology, as well as economics. So you can also, actually, I think one unique opportunity here at Kelley School is you have the opportunity to customize your minor. So for example, my student, Joanna Lee, who is also part of this meeting, of course, and has a customized minor of computational social science. So she took courses in both from both sociology and computer science to fulfill the minor requirements. So throughout the program, there are a number of important milestones, as you can see from the figure. So the first one is the first year paper requirement. So basically you write a first year paper independently at the end of your first year, right, in the summer. So the purpose here is to give you an opportunity to demonstrate your critical thinking skills and nurture your early independence and allow multiple faculty to provide feedback that is developmental in nature, right? Really help you develop your early independence as a scholar. So the second important milestone here is comprehensive exams that you take at the end of your second year. So this is a 2-day exam. So the first day you will be tested on your major. In this case, it is strategic management and organization theory. And the second day is on research methods, okay? So, as you can tell, a large portion of your time is spent on coursework and going through all these important milestones first couple of years. But we do expect you to work closely with faculty on research from day one. So upon entering the program, you're assigned a faculty mentor. This mentor may or may not become your dissertation chair, depending on how the relationship evolves over time. However, this early mentorship model will be an invaluable experience for you to learn how to craft high quality work and provide you with research collaboration experience in accordance with the highest standards of integrity and ethics. So in the last 3 years of the program, you will be focused on doing research and completing your dissertation. So at the same time, you also have the opportunity to teach courses and learn how to become an effective teacher before becoming an assistant professor yourself, right? So this is a general program structure. So average 4 to 5 years. Okay. So as you can see, our program is pretty intense and challenging, but we also have excellent support to facilitate your learning and enable your success. So in terms of the intellectual resources, you have access not just to strategy and organization theory faculty, but also to other faculty in the department who are interested in entrepreneurship, for instance, or organizational behavior. So the diversity of faculty research interests and the kind of cross-discipline interaction and collaboration is actually a unique strength of our program here at Kelley. So regarding financial resources, your admission in the program will come with a competitive financial package, which covers your tuition fully. And on top of that, you're offered a competitive stipend to cover your living cost. So in some cases, there might be some additional fellowships available, either at the beginning or at different points of your program. Every single year, you're also offered travel funding to support your attendance at major academic conferences. Of course, as part of the IU community, you have access to excellent health insurance and all sorts of other resources and supports, such as writing communication, computing statistics, as well as career counseling. All right. So now, by providing all these resources and supports, our hope, of course, is that you can successfully navigate through the PhD program and become a very strong candidate on the job market. So our program has a long tradition of training top-notch scholars. And over the years, we have graduated a number of highly successful students. So some notable examples are listed here on the slide, including Laszlo Tiani, who is the current editor-in-chief of Academy of Management Journal, which is arguably the top journal in management. And Rand Krauss, who is the most recent winner of the 2020 Strategic Management Society Emerging Scholar Award, so which is considered the most distinguished early career award in strategy. We have also a couple of most recent graduates joining us today, Owen Parker and Kathy Liu. Both of them have had a great success in publishing top journals early in their career. So we're really fortunate to have them here in today's session. So being a student in our program also provides you with a great opportunity, to be part of this broader Kelley community, and really gives you an opportunity to develop friendship with your peers in other departments, so who all go on to become great scholars in their own fields. So here's a list of PhD placements across the all Kelley departments in the past couple of years. So if you look at this record, it's pretty solid indeed. So we are really encouraged by our recent placements across all these different departments at Kelley School. Now, finally, before we launch the panel discussion, I want to remind you that we have a priority application deadline, which is December 15th. We encourage you to submit your applications as soon as you can. However, we will continue receiving and reviewing applications into January. So with that, a very broad overview of the program, we'll move on to have our panel discussions.